enjoy that presentation. But just in case you missed our intro or introduce the intro, I'd like to introduce our team for you. And our first team member is Amy Romero, and she is a consultant advisor, and she has a master's of business administration from Harvard University. And next we have Darius Barnett, and Darius Barnett is our external communications director, and he graduated from Penn State. And next we have Travion Moore, and Mr. Moore is our business management consultant, and he has a Bachelor of Arts in Finance from New York University. And next we have Dylan Nelson. And Mr. Nelson has a Bachelor of Science in Business Communications. And next I'd like to introduce Amanda Leslie. And Ms. Leslie is our marketing consultant, and she has graduated from University of Michigan with a Bachelor of Arts degree in marketing. And now for myself, my name is Conrad Mears, and I'm the project manager here at Super Consulting Bros, and I have a Master's of Science in Business and Management. Now next, I'm going to talk to you guys about how our company came together. We came together by good faith, of course, and good fortune. And we've been great friends, so we use our friendship to use communication to run a successful consulting company. And as a result, we have three important things that we can do for you. We can instill communication skills both internally and externally. We can help your organization by making sure members are all actively involved, and in that fact, we'll also increase membership in general. And last but not least, we'll make sure your organization not only meets their expectations, but your organization will exceed the expectations. And like Amy says, communication is like streaming. It all depends on your internet connection. And we have put together a short presentation for you guys. And in this presentation, we intend to show you how to improve various parts of your organization. First, we would like to tell you about our company, including our history and our values. And next, we would like to share our analysis on the current company standards. And finally, we will present our recommendations to you guys. Now I'd like to introduce Travion Moore, our business consultant.
How you guys doing? My name is Travion Moore. I'm the brand management consultant here at Super Consulting Bros, and I'll be telling you guys about the company background. Communication is the ultimate cheat code to a successful business. And with a group of self-motivated individuals from Super Consulting Brothers, any business is guaranteed to get their communication skills on one up. Our consulting group focuses on improving our clients' communication skills, which is reflected in our company's slogan, get your communication skills on one up. We are a group of friends that want to utilize our expertise to help game and video esports be successful. We met over Xbox Party Chat in 2011, and we initially started our business in 2016. And our main core value that we pride our business on is communication is the foundation of every moment, accomplishment, and successful relationship. Although we are a new company, we work with very reputable companies such as Rockstar, Twitch, MLG, and AMD. And we believe that our trustworthiness and honesty set us apart from other gaming consulting companies, which put us in a position to work with these companies. The information we will provide you in this presentation will have your club seeing promising results like those enjoyed by the companies that we worked with in the past. And now here's Amy Romero with the company Statement of Need.
Thank you. Now, how many of you have played games like Mystic Messenger, My Candy Love, or any other dating sim where you have to choose from a series of questions and hope you get a happy ending? Come on, girls, I know you have played these. Well, guess what? You just played an Ultimate game. But there's one thing you must realize. Those visual novels and basic communication are very similar. It all depends on what you say. Hello, I'm Amy Gumero. I am the consulting advisor for Super Consulting Bros. Now, Gaming and Esports at UWG is a new organization, so they're not that well known. They haven't had time to grow popular amongst the student body. Awareness about the club needs to be spread, but the club and the gaming community in general are just very diverse. Sometimes there are so many different games and activities and people that newcomers find it hard to know what to expect. To improve club image, raising awareness of esports opportunities and the open community for beginning and casual gamers will spread interest and increase member count in the club. This is only the club's first year, so there hasn't been a lot of times for the club to learn which communication strategies work best, just like playing a new game. As for benefits, there are many different things to gain. Students will become more interested in the club, and the community inside the club will grow. And more opportunities and experiences will become available. Even the university's popularity will grow as the esports teams increase their national presence. Now I would like to introduce you to Dylan Nelson, our Internal Communications Director.
At Super Consulting Brothers, we believe that business can only be successful if its employees are effective communicators. This holds true for college organizations as well. If an organization has poor internal communication, it will not succeed. My name is Dylan Nelson, and I'm the Internal Communications Director at Super Consulting Brothers. Since Super Consulting Brothers specializes in communication, we pride ourselves in ensuring that we provide the best recommendations to our clients so that they can have effective internal communication. Gaming and Esports, UWG, communicates internally through email, Discord, and social media. Executive officers use email to communicate with members, other executive officers, as well as administrators at the University of West Georgia. They use Discord to announce events, receive feedback from members, and encourage members to discuss video games. For those of you who may not know what Discord is, it is a free chat app designed specifically for gamers. Gaming and Esports UWG also has active Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. Discord is Gaming and Esports UWG's preferred form of internal communication, with social media and email taking up smaller portions. As shown in our suggested communication strategies, Super Consulting Brothers can improve every aspect of Gaming and Esports UWG's internal communication. To get a sense of how Gaming and Esports UWG compares to gaming organizations at other colleges, we performed a comparative analysis with your organization, Georgia Tech Esports, and Esports Club at Elon University. As you can see on our comparative analysis chart, we compared the three gaming organizations based on their websites, social media accounts, and credibility. The first thing we noticed was that Gaming and Esports UWG's social media accounts are much more active than Georgia Tech Esports and Esports at Elon University. Outside of social media, we found a few things that Georgia Tech Esports and Esports Club at Elon University use that could benefit Gaming and Esports UWG. On Georgia Tech's OrgSync page, they have 3 of their goals listed for this year. Listing 3 goals on Gaming and Esports UWG's OrgSync page would increase your credibility and show that you're confident in the direction you want to grow in as an organization. Esports Club at Elon University's Phoenix Connect page has a list of games that they play. This is a great idea for Gaming and Esports UWG to implement, since potential members will be more likely to join if their favorite game is on the list. Our analysis of gaming and esports, UWG's internal communication methods, as well as our comparative analysis, is important to you because internal communication is a fundamental aspect of success. With effective internal communication, gaming and esports UWG will have the ability to grow into an established organization that can exceed all of its goals. Now that I've shared with you what our firm found on gaming and esports UWG's internal communications, I'd like to invite Darius Barnett to share with you a little about your external communication. Darius.
All right, by show of hands, how many people even knew that we had a gaming and esports department at our school? Except for the people up here. Anybody? All right, this is why we wanted to mainly focus on the different types of external communication and the different methods they use. We just wanted to stress how important communication actually is in both our professional and personal lives. Communication, like Travion said, is the cheat code to success. All right, once again, I am the current external communications director for Super Consulting Brothers. After carefully analyzing the current external communications, we actually found that they communicate in 3 different ways, with social media being the most with 60%, advertising at 30%, and 10% in Twitch. This is the SWOT analysis, and it goes over the different strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that each communication presents. And as far as the strengths, they actually have a dedicated Discord app where people in the club can communicate with each other. They actually have the ability to be more diverse than other organizations because video games aren't tailored to a specific demographic. Any and everybody can play. As far as weaknesses, they have lack of resources. Not everybody has a PS4 or an Xbox or is guaranteed to play while they're in the meeting, which can actually cause a lack of experience and won't have everybody in the group being able to play the newest games or just being aware of it. In terms of opportunities, they have the ability to host more events with new games, video games being released every single year. They have the ability to jump on the attention that the current video game is being used, which will lead to increased exposure. And as far as threats, they have a very low social media following and poor engagement from their club. And if you actually adhere to our recommended strategies, you can see that we put an emphasis on focusing more on advertisement and a little bit more on social media and Twitch. And following these suggested communication strategies, you can increase your communication by 80%. After carefully reviewing your current external communication strategies, we are hopeful we can improve your overall organization, and I will now be handing it over to Amanda to discuss specific recommendations.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Now that we've heard everybody else speak, we're going to begin wrapping things up for our presentation by providing you with our official recommendations for your club. We're going to focus on 3 main topics for this part. We are going to be looking at image, external communication, improving that, and improving member involvement for people that are actually at the meetings. But before we get into that, I'm just going to introduce myself briefly. My name is Amanda Leslie, and I'm the marketing consultant for Super Consulting Brothers. I've been working with them for over a year, and they chose me because communication is really important for marketing. So that's why I've decided to put all of our great ideas together into one final proposal. So first of all, we're going to talk about image. So we have 3 easy steps that you can follow to improve your company's image. The first one is hosting information sessions with tailored events and signage so that you can meet with students on campus face-to-face and answer any questions they have about your organization. Secondly, we would like you to actually post to social media sites Twitch streaming. So any members in the club who are on Twitch and stream gaming, some people don't know what competitive gaming is all about, and this would be a great way to just get people that aren't knowledgeable about it to know exactly what it involves. And third for this one is to host classic game nights, because right now they're kind of isolated to just online and like contemporary gaming, so they're missing out on a whole demographic of gamers, and this would kind of help with that and get them more members. So we're going to move on now to external communication, which is also really important. So there's 3 recommendations here as well. They need to have more consistent meeting times. So right now, you kind of meet like every other week, just whenever they can, just send out texts. So if they met at the same place, same time every week, it would avoid confusion for potential members. We would also like them to improve their org, like you to improve your org sync page, because it's not very detailed. I think we should take Dylan's suggestion and actually post a list of games that you're currently playing, which will be like more exciting for new members that want to join. And lastly, we want you to have a social media management team. So right now you have one person that's managing all of these accounts. So if you had one person who's dedicated to each of these, it would be more organized, detailed, and it would just be easier to get your information out there to the public. So now we're going to move on to actually improving member involvement for when people actually come to your meetings, which also has 3 points. So first, we want you to utilize interactive polls. There are dozens of mobile apps that you can do this with, and that will allow everybody that attends the meetings to have a voice in the decision that you make at the meetings. Secondly, if you have any in-house competitions, like while you're at the meetings, they have competitive gaming, we'd like you to offer some kind of prizes, nothing too big, just like gift cards to GameStop, Microsoft Office, that kind of stuff, just to add another level to the competitions. And last, this is the most costly one, we want you to get more hardware. So we'd like you to purchase some classic game consoles, PS4s, and Xbox One, so that everybody that attends the meetings actually has a chance to play, because that's the most fun part, and that's why everybody's getting together, is to play. So, we'd just like to thank you for listening to our ideas. We hope that you make these changes, and we can't wait to see how it's going to better your growing organization. And with that, I'm going to hand it back to Conrad to conclude our presentation.
As you guys can see, we have a wealth of ideas that will improve your communication, not only internally, but externally as well. And don't forget that communication is the cheat codes to success. And next, we appreciate you taking the time out to listen to our proposals. And we thank you for considering us for helping your company. Our contact information will be provided later on. And as we pass up these takeaway items, I'll describe what you're receiving as well. Now, as we pass out some of these takeaway items, they're all game inspired. So we have the coins from Mario, we have Pokemon gummies, and we have other GameFi games as well.
Thank you.
Is that the end? Okay. Okay, great. This is team number 4. Are there any questions? Oh, thank you.
What are the risks involved if we use recommendations?
So the cost of the game system, that will be a cost, but you can provide that with fundraisers, membership fees, and things like that.
How much time do you need to put your recommendation?
Amazon,
Time.
it should take anywhere between 1 month and 2 months.
Why should we trust your recommendations to improve our department's
As we've proven, we've worked with some pretty reputable organizations already, so we kind of have that edge up over other consulting companies that don't specialize in gaming. So I think that'll really make a difference in decisions.
Yes.
Well, how do you go about the tabling recommendation will help your department's overall image?
You say that again, please?
How do you feel your tabling recommendation will help your department's overall image?
Just by meeting people face to face, like you guys said, nobody in here even knew that they existed. So if you get a table out there right there by the ECC with a banner on it, and people that like video games, and that's a perfect opportunity where you meet them face to face and actually get to know that we do have an organization that stands for that.
smart choice or investment?
Alright, so the question,
I said, why would working with your consulting company be a smart choice?
it would be a smart choice because as we showed you, in our past, every time we work with somebody, the membership has gone up, and the members have overall reported more happiness. They have more input to the organization, and they've got more equipment as well. So I feel our past track record shows that.
Especially with companies that we work with, we were saying AMD, Rockstar, all of them, you can tell they're big companies, so if they trust us, we feel that should encourage you to trust us as well.
Why should we trust your recommendations to improve our department now and into the future?
That one's already been asked.
It's hard to remember all this stuff. How can your recommendation of the giving out like prizes at the events help to increase our student member base for future growth?
I think there's a lot of people that like video games that don't know about competitive gaming. So if you offer some kind of little incentives like that, it gives them an opportunity to give it a try. And because if you win, you get a gift card. So if you don't know what like esports is all about, it's a good way to kind of like introduce just like regular gamers to that.
Okay, we have one more question.
What do you believe our long-term potential is compared to the other organizations you guys work with?
Say risks.
No, our potential. What potential do we have compared to the other organizations you guys work with?
Long-term potential. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel the long-term potential as gaming evolves. So we evolve with gaming. So as the new PlayStation come out, I'm sure there'll be some future PlayStation Xboxes. That's the long-term potential we have with us. We evolve with gaming. All right, and then before you end. All right, before it ends, if you check your bags, 3 of the bags should have a special Fortnite Battle Royale logo inside the bag. And if it does have it inside the bag, it'll subscribe.
You won? So what did those people win? Ah, nice. All right, thank you, team number 4. All right, so you need